Hi. So, how am I going to cope being broke this Christmas? I'm not really. It's going to be hard, um, but we're going to have to get through it because we don't have any other choice. Basically, I think my approach to Christmas this year is, actually having a really basic Christmas. I mean, we had a very simple Christmas last year as well. And what did I focus on? I focused on making a nice dinner. We didn't have the big turkey, but that didn't matter. Um, I did do a stocking, but it wasn't excessive. It's the unwrapping that children love, isn't it? That's the excitement. It's the fact that there's a stocking. And it's the smells. I don't have a sense of smell. I can't smell anything. But I do remember when I was a child, the smell of Christmas dinner cooking and the red cabbage. My dad in the dining room listening with the Nat King Cole album blaring out, and my dad drinking his wine and smoking. It's those sort of memories that I have from Christmas. I don't remember what gifts I got, you know? So this Christmas, we will have a simple Christmas. We will but we will enjoy it. We'll go for a lovely walk. I've got a dog, and we'll have a lovely walk. We'll have a great meal together, and I will just laugh, and I will be present, and I will be there with my daughter, and just make it as special as I can by just having a good time. And to me, I think that that is the most important thing. If I was, if I had all the money at my disposal, but I was running around stressed and, you know, she probably wouldn't enjoy it. So we're going to make mince pies. Yeah, so that would be a nice memory for her to have. She's 16, so it's a bit harder, I think, to make a teenager happy at Christmas anyway, because you haven't quite got the magic that they had when they were younger. But I'm lucky she doesn't ask for much. So, in fact, she doesn't ask for anything at all, which sort of drives me crazy because I have to rack my brains trying to come up with something. But we'll get through it. But it's hard, it's hard, and it's not just about Christmas. It's about the months that follow Christmas, because obviously I have other family too. I have nephews, and there's a shame, very much a shame around when you can't, especially if you're the only one in your family who is not in a position to buy things. But I crochet, so I am making both my brothers a crochet blanket. And hey, you know what? I would love someone to make me something that they spent hours working on, and it looks beautiful, and it means so much more anyway, doesn't it? So that's what they will be getting at Christmas. And yeah, I find also I look back at the last year and all the things that the world has gone through. I mean, people have suffered the most unimaginable traumas. There are people in countries who have been starved, who have had their whole lives utterly destroyed. And what am I worrying about? I'm worrying about how am I going to afford Christmas? Well, I need to just get over myself, quite honestly, because it's really not that big a deal. And it's one day. I look at the adverts on the television and it's just like, it actually makes me feel like nauseous when I see just all the food and all the gifts and all the and yet I know what other people are going through. And I think, do you know what? I don't think I actually want to have that sort of Christmas with the knowledge of what other people are having to suffer. So this Christmas, we are going to have a simple Christmas, and I am going to be truly grateful. You know, I know you probably think, oh, gratitude, that old chestnut coming up with gratitude again. But gratitude is so important. It's like every day I wake up and I am so grateful that I have my family. I have my daughter. I have a daughter. I am just so grateful for the people around me that I love. And I'm so grateful for the wonderful woods that I walk my dog in every day, and I get to see the seasons change. And we've just gone through autumn, and I've seen the chestnuts and the conkers and just the beautiful red leaves, and I look at them and it's like magic and wonder and beauty. And I am so grateful for those things. And all those things, if you sit and you think, what am I truly grateful for? I bet what you're actually grateful for isn't something that costs money. That's the thing. So being grateful, especially so during the hard times in life, because let's face it, we all go through hard times. It's just my hard time is going to be different to what your hard time is. But as my Nana always used to say, and I always say now, we all have our own crosses to bear. You are not the only one who's got a problem. We've all got problems, rich, poor, whatever. Yeah, we've all got problems. And I'm so grateful that I have managed to pull myself through a really difficult period in my life mentally. I've struggled fairly recently. And I am so grateful that I have pulled myself out of that. And yeah, I'm happy for that. I'm happy for that simple Christmas. I've been to people's houses where you can't even get through the living room because the Christmas tree there and the gifts are stacked high, and kids are literally getting piles of presents. How is a child meant to savor and be grateful for something when they just have so many things they don't even know what they've got? I think at least with my daughter, she is going to be able to be grateful for what she has, because I can't give her all that. I can't. But you know what? I actually don't think that is a bad thing. And do I have regrets? I don't have any regrets. Am I in this position because of the choices I made? Of course I am. But the choices I followed my heart. The choices I made are made out of love. My daughter, I'm not going to go into my daughter, it's her private life, but she's had anxiety, she's had a few issues in her younger years. And so I needed to give up my career. I needed to be a mum who was there for her. And that meant sacrifices, and that meant giving up my job. But I can guarantee, I kept saying to myself at the time, what would my daughter look back as an adult and think? Would she rather think that she had her mum there? Or would she rather think that her mum could buy her an iPhone? She would rather that her mum be there for her. Again, I had to then, when I got sort of a part-time job, and I was sort of doing okay, and then I had to give that up because my mother, whom I love with all my heart, got Alzheimer's very quickly after my dad's death, and it just rocketed. And I picked her up one day and I brought her home, and she stayed with me for 3 years. And so I had to give up my job and become a carer. Do I regret that? No, I don't regret that. It was hard, and I had to give, and my daughter, and we had to give up so much to be there for my mum. But I don't regret that. But so I now find myself in a position at 51 with no money, now thinking, well, hang on, what am I going to do? Now my focus has changed because my daughter's 16. And now I'm thinking, now's the time where she's probably going to need some money. I'm going to have to think about how am I going to help set her up in life. So now my focus is changing back to, I need to earn some money. But I'm going to try and do it in the way that I want to do it. Not in the way of grind and struggle, because I'm sick of grind and struggle. I don't want grind and struggle. I've had so much of it. So that's why I'm setting up this channel, because I truly believe that I can do it. I truly believe I can get through it. I truly do. And if you have that belief, and if you are following your heart, all the decisions I've made where I've followed my heart, I don't regret. And that's what I'm doing right now. But anyway, if you're in a similar position to me and it's Christmas, my heart goes out to you, because I've been through redundancies. I've been through the loss of a parent. I've been through major relationship breakup. But there's nothing quite like that feeling of dread. It's like a gut-wrenching lead feeling when you're struggling for money, when you can't cope, when the postman arrives, because you know what's in that letter is going to be someone asking you for money that you don't have. And then that month where you spent the previous month buying the shopping on your Nectar points or club card vouchers that you'd saved for so long, and now you don't know what you're going to do the following month because you don't have those, because you've already spent them. I know what that feels like. And if you're in that situation, you are not alone. But just remember this Christmas, it's about the little things. It's the little things that count. It's those little memories. So whether it's baking biscuits, making mince pies, playing a board game, singing along to your favourite Christmas album, those are the things that your children are going to remember. They aren't going to remember the most amazing gifts. They aren't. So just remember that, and don't be hard on yourself. And we will do it. So just quickly after that, I think we're day 20, and I haven't produced much content on my crochet channel this week because I've had a hard week, and I'm not going to beat myself up, but I'm just going to carry on. Views are steadily increasing. I'm happy with that. I think a steady increase, I couldn't ask for more. So I'll probably talk more about that tomorrow. But I just wish you all so much love. Please do give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Please comment because I love to hear from you. And if you want to join me on this journey, do subscribe to my channel. It really helps. Any interaction you can give me really helps my channel so much, and I am truly so grateful from the bottom of my heart for anyone who has commented, liked or subscribed so far. Sending you so much love. Goodbye.